Hey, you're now tuned into Underdawg Talk. I'm your host, Eric Jones Jr., the underdog with the heroic heart. And on this podcast, we have conversations with I have conversations with successful underdogs. And today, on the first episode, we have Miss Teonna Branson. How are you doing today, ma'am?
I'm fine. How about yourself?
I'm doing good. Let's get right on into it. So today we're going to talk about her weight loss journey. There's a lot of us, it's the new year, everybody want to be in the gym, everybody want to work out, but it goes beyond January, February. It goes on a commitment. So 65 pounds ago, where were you at as Tiana?
65 pounds ago, as Tiana, I recently was going through a separation. Then I went through a divorce. And so I always had a struggle with my weight. I decided that I wanted to do some self-love. And instead of me pouring all that love to other people, what I normally did, I wanted to pour inside myself. So first, I decided to go to therapy. And then after therapy, I decided to work on my physical. Once I started working with my physical, I met a trainer. Her name is Jim Bully. She's amazing. She helped me, and we worked on it, and I started a commitment that went past motivation, because sometimes you get tired and you don't want to do it, but you have to have something to look forward to. So now, 65 pounds in, I'm like loving the gym.
That's where you got to start. You got to start looking at yourself and seeing what you got to do to fix. So those of you that don't know us, Tiana's separation and divorce was with me. So this is my ex-wife. I'm her ex-husband, but we're still cool and we have a child together and children. So we have to be co-parents. So you said you went to therapy, which a lot of us don't go to. I had to learn to go through therapy. But when you first started working out, because I know you, and you've worked out before, you had your high workout, but what this time, like once after maybe a month or two, kept you going? What kept you to keep working out, to keep the discipline and all of those things?
What really actually started it out was when I spoke about my personal trainer, Jim Bullies. She had this thing on Instagram where she had where you won something, and I don't even know what I did to win this, but I won something from her where I can go to her classes for free for 30 days. I went to her classes for 30 days. I was like, if I can do this, then I can do something else. So I was like, I'm about to commit to myself for 30 days, because I haven't committed to my weight loss at all except for now. So I was like, I'm about to walk for 30 days, walk 3 miles. So I did that. I would post, I would show accountability on Facebook. I was like, if I can do this for 30 days walking, then I'm going to get me a trainer. I did that, walking for 30 days, and that's when I decided to book with Jim Bullies for her to be my personal trainer.
So you started with small steps. You started with walking. That's what you got to do. You got to start off small. You can't go, jump into something and then it punch you in the face and then you like, I'm going to quit. So when you got to the trainer, what was it like the first couple weeks? Was it like, oh yeah, this is cool, or did you hate her?
I hated it. I was tired. I was wore out. I couldn't breathe. I felt like I died 7 times. I felt like I was about to throw up a couple times. I didn't want to come back, but I came back every time. I didn't like her at all. I liked her as a person, but as a trainer, I didn't, because she didn't let you give excuses. She didn't let you give up on yourself. I couldn't say I can't. She'd be like, yes, you can, and you better do it now. She didn't play no games, so I definitely needed her in that time.
That's good. So you, so you did something you hated to do, and throughout this process, did you just work out? Did you change your diet? What little things? Because I know I don't need to lose no kind of weight at all, but I know I need to eat healthier. So is the diet part of it? Is it drinking water? What changed? Besides just the working out part of it, what's the little things that people didn't see, or maybe you didn't post, or you didn't post every day?
Your mind is the first thing that needs to change. You need to have a different mindset. If your mindset isn't going to change, then you're going to be back where you started. So that's the first thing that changed, that everybody didn't know that changed. Also, I would say eating. Losing weight is 80% of your nutrition. If you're not eating better, then you're just working out for nothing because it's part of your nutrition. Water, definitely, you need to be drinking tons of water. What people don't realize is the calories that you're drinking from juices and pops and all of those different things, they add up. So you rather just drink water so that you can eat those calories versus drinking them up.
I'm definitely no pop. For me, this year, I haven't drunk any pop. I don't plan on it. I mean, it's only 2 days in. But I started before that. Not drinking pop because that doesn't do anything good for you. So you changed your diet. You started working out.
I also gave up alcohol.
You gave up alcohol? Oh, were you an alcoholic?
No, I wasn't alcoholic, but I love me some wine.
Oh, you love some wine.
Being a social worker, that's in the field that I work in, sometimes it's a little stressful, so you like you a glass of wine to help with your nerves. And like you said, I have 2 children, and sometimes wine is needed. But I gave up wine because I feel like it was just unnecessary calories.
That's good. Give up the wine. I don't know if too many listeners are gonna give up the wine or the alcohol, but hey, she said it helped her out. So what else changed for you as the person? Because I'm after our divorce, I know I wasn't. It was okay, we wanted this, but then it's your heart hurts. You're beating yourself up. You am I? You got all these different thoughts and things. So I'm sure after the divorce, you still weren't where you wanted to be. So how did you as Tiana, through the process of working out, get better? What are some of the things you did to help you? Because I know when you're doing something, when you're going for a goal, you can't just go after the goal. You got to be a better person. So how did you become a better Tiana throughout the process of, you're working out?
Yeah, well, I got to know who I was. It was many times where people would be like, well, Tiana, what is it that you like? Or what is it that you want? And I'd be like, I don't know. I focus so much highly on the titles that I have, the mom, the wife, of making sure everybody else was okay, and I was on the back burner of those things. So what I decided to do was to figure out what it was that I liked. I started going on walks. I started going to the canal by myself. I started to go to Rick's boatyard and sit by the water in the boats. I started reading again because that was one of my favorite loves. I started to figure out what was I enjoy instead of worrying about other people. So that's something that helped me along my fitness journey, as well as finding out what I like, so that when I do decide to get in another relationship, I can actually tell that person or my kids or whomever, this is what I like and what I don't like, and it's just very helpful.
So it started off with self-love, and I think a lot of us go through different seasons. You can go through a breakup, you can go through a job loss, whatever kind of situation you go through, you sometimes forget to love yourself. But one thing you said about titles, I think people stick too much on titles. Not saying oh, you're a mom, you're not, you're a mom, but I think with titles, it kind of messes you up because you think you have to be a certain person or be a certain way, or you got to do certain things. Like you said, you were a mom, you're a wife, you were putting your family first, but you weren't putting yourself first. And not to say that if me and you didn't get a divorce, these things wouldn't have happened. But do you think that it took for the divorce to happen for your eyes to open up? Or do you think you still would have eventually went on your weight loss, went on your self-care, went on your self-love journey, even though it's hard. Self-love journey ain't hard, but it is hard when you're in a relationship. But do you think those things would have happened if you didn't get a divorce?
I don't really know necessarily if it was the divorce. When I started this is when it first started with COVID and everything started to shut down. So I had more time to actually focus on me and shut everything out because you couldn't do nothing. So not necessarily, I don't know if it would have happened with or without the divorce. COVID has been horrible. A lot of people that we love passed away. A lot of people that our friends and family love passed away, and I'm so sorry for that. But COVID has helped me tremendously by learning how to calm down and sit down and focus on me. A lot of great things happened with COVID for me, and that was sitting still and listening and figuring out who I was.
So it looks like you took advantage of quarantine. A lot of people took advantage. They started businesses. They started weight loss journey. You see a lot of people, losing weight. You see a lot of people doing new things because they took advantage. So you took advantage of COVID. You didn't allow COVID to stop you. Was there a point in your weight loss journey that you stopped, that you was like, fuck this, I'm over it, all right, whatever, because sometimes when you do stuff that's new to you and it gets hard, or it pressures you, sometimes people give up. So was there any breaks, or you just was like, no, I'm gonna keep pushing?
No, I've been going hard since April of 2019 with this fitness journey. Like, my weight has been at a standstill at a certain weight, but I've changed some things up, figuring out different foods that I might need to change, different exercise that I might need to change. But no, I'm excited. I think what makes me more excited is that the transformation of my body that I see. So I'm like excited to see what else it can do.
Did you ever? This just popped. Did you ever think of getting the surgeries? Whatever surgeries the women get, or the BBL, or whatever it's called, or anything of that sort?
I remember years ago, like, trying to work out and not being successful at it, and being like, well, dang, I might as well just go ahead and get the surgery. But I do not like pain, and you're one person that should know I do not like pain. I hate it. I hate having pregnancies. I hate all that. I don't like pain. So surgeries aren't for me. So I'm actually excited. One thing, people kept telling me I couldn't get a booty, like, while I was working out. They was like, girl, your booty, because I had a booty, but it was just like wide and flat, it didn't have no cuff or nothing. Now I got cuffs, and it's plump and all that. So I just like being able to see my body transform, and liking to show people when they say I can't do something, to show them that I can.
Sounds like you just want to shake your booty and let people know that you big booty Judy now. I don't know. That's what it sounds. That's what it sounds like.
I still can't twerk or nothing. Like, I thought with me losing weight, I was gonna be able to twerk now. I still don't know how to twerk, so I'm not gonna be doing too much shaking.
Yeah, there's classes and things like that you.
But I need to try one.
YouTube, things of that sort. So, throughout this journey, what was your kids' reaction?
It was crazy. My daughter, she would be like, oh my gosh, like, she'll be showing her friends pictures of me, of my side by sides of my transformation. My son, when he could actually wrap his arms around me, I mean, his face was priceless. Now me and my daughter wears like the same size of clothing, and she's always like, well, you can do this, mom, or you can do that, like, so I think that they are really excited about my body being transformed. I'm actually able to play with my son more and have more activities, like running and doing all these different things that I normally didn't do with him. So he really loves the more active mom with me.
So, speaking about running, let's tell the people, because there's, she's working out and she's been in the gym consistently for like a year. I don't necessarily... 2 years. 2 years. Okay. Sorry. I apologize. 2 years. And with me, I don't really work out like that, but I've always been in condition, or I've been able to do things because I play basketball. So one time, for some odd reason, she wanted to race. I think it's, her confidence, which I loved it. She had confidence, like, oh, I've been in the gym, I done lost this weight, I can beat you in a race. And I'm like, oh, okay, that's what you think. And it didn't go successfully for her. Because sometimes I think this isn't a knock to her, this is just people in general, like, sometimes you do something and somebody else might have been doing it and you think you could, it's like if you're a trainer, right? So your trainer been training, she got some difficult obstacle and you like, oh, I done lost weight, oh, I could do this. And she like, okay, it took me like 2-3 weeks to do this, and then you come in thinking that you could do it and you can't. Sometimes that happens to us. I think in life, I know with me, when I started teaching, they was like, okay, you cool with kids, but you don't know how to teach. And so I didn't mean to get it sidetracked, but I just wanted to let the people know that I beat you in a race and you thought you was going to beat me in a race. It just didn't happen the way you thought it was. And if at any moment we're recording, today is January the 2nd, 2022. If any point of 222 you want to race again, we can put it on video, we can show the people, we can let them know what's happening. Anything that, any kind of workout, I'm willing to challenge, because I know it will help you and it will help me. So any workout challenge that she has, people, I'm down for it. And if I don't win...
But when we was on the elliptical, you had to get off because you was tired. So you want to talk about the running.
Well, yeah. Listen.
But you can hang on the elliptical.
I'm a short distance runner. I'm definitely not the long distance. I'm not a mile runner. I ain't ran a good mile in I don't know how many years. But if it's short, I'm definitely going to dust you. So we're going to
slow and steady wins the race. Slow and steady.
Sure, whatever if you can be slow and steady in a 40 and you're going to get smoked. But let's get back to you. So you also started because you know with the weight loss, you changing your clothes, you started your own. It wasn't just t-shirts, is it clothing, everything, or what would you call it? But you got your own business. That she has her own business now.
It's customized, personalized items. So it's different items. It can go from an apron to a shirt to a notebook to, anything, a hoodie. So I personalize items. My business is called T Creations. I also have self-love apparel. Self-love apparel was based out of me starting to love myself and for other women to know that they can love themselves and that they're enough. Many times that we try to be enough in other people's standards, what enough is, when all you have to know is that you're enough. It doesn't matter what other people think like or want you to be. You're enough by just opening up your eyes in the morning. And I didn't grow up feeling like I was enough. Many different times I was a people pleaser. I tried to do other things to make other people happy until these last 2 years I realized that I'm enough. And it's a period at that. Like, I'm enough, period.
That's good. You started T's Creation. You found self-love and you wanted to do something to help other women to find their own self-love. I think a lot of times people, they start something, they do something, and they don't share the information or they don't share the energy that they have because you never know who you're helping. Like with you started walking and I started going on a walk with you and I'd be like, okay, I'd be excited to go on a walk, or if we go to the gym, I know I'm going, get a good workout in or whatever the case may be. But you didn't have to be like, hey, you want to come to the gym, or hey, you want to go on a walk. And we wasn't walking and talking. Sometimes I'm walking my own way, but it's just you bringing that energy and and me like, okay, she's excited about it. Let me be excited about it, and that's.
But yeah, I'm glad that you brought that up because through that I started a Facebook group called Fitness Support Group, and so on there it's just different women and we all talk about our fitness goals. We show our pictures of ourselves. We say what we're trying to do. When I started to show different things about my fitness journey, different women would send me inboxes or tell me how I'm helping them or motivating them and how they're starting their journey, how I've been their inspiration. So I always felt like, and a lot of people don't do this, but I feel like it's very vital. When you get to a point, people always don't tell people how they did to get to that point. They're just at this point and they're just like, well, I did it. And so you see other people underneath you that needs to get to where you're at and you're not trying to pull them up or show them or help them or anything. And I don't like that. I'm going to give you the blueprint. I'm going to tell you what I did. I'm just excited and I just want other people to love themselves like I love me.
I love it. And that's, I got an example of that. So I speak and I went to speak to a football camp and I went first and, I did my little spiel. And then I think he was either a coach player at the time or ex-coach player. He came and he gave the same thing, but he just was like, well, I started here and I just did hard work and I got here, and it was like people was looking, it was like, oh, he just was talking about that and he kind of told us what we could do. And it's like people don't give you the steps to help you. It's like we want everybody to win. Like me having you on this show is because you're a woman and you're losing weight, and a lot of people are going to be wanting to lose weight at the beginning of the year. They want to be a better person because sometimes when you get those surgeries, you could lose the weight, but you still that person. That's why I named this Losing But Gaining, because you lost the weight, but you gained Tiana. You gained who you wanted to be. You gained a better mindset, better energy, a better, just you in general, and you're able to share with other people. Do men ask, or is it all women? Have men be like, hey, I see your journey, or is it mainly just women? I just want to know because everybody different, because sometimes women have men trainers, men have women trainers. I ain't never had a trainer, so I don't know how that go.
But no, men reach out to me too. Mainly some of them just think that, they reach out. Then some of them reach out and say, "Are you not taking yet?" And I'm like, "No, I'm not taking. I'm still single." But but it's just been great because, like, another thing with our divorce, I never got on social media and bashed us or talked bad about any of those things. I really didn't even talk about. Some people didn't even know that we got divorced because I really didn't bring it up. So when I did finally bring it up, then they were like, people were inboxing me, were like, "Dang, look at you! You really let that pain help you to elevate you to something else. Like, I'm going through X, Y, and Z. I'm in this hurtful situation. Like, what is some steps that I can do?" And so then all I can basically do is tell them what I did. I don't know if it's gonna work for you, but it worked for me. And I always the first thing I tell them is the first thing is go to therapy. Work on you. Like, before you start looking for other people to start filling that void, dating and all that, work on you, because that's going to be the best thing I can tell you.
That's definitely true. That's one thing after the divorce, I definitely worked on myself. It wasn't like a weight loss journey. I got a counselor. I just started working on me. So that's definitely important, is to work on yourself. Work on yourself no matter if you're doing good or bad. But if you're going through something, I think working on yourself will help you figure out who you are and how you can get out of it. Like you said, everybody do something different. You might have lost weight because you just stopped eating bread and you ran on the treadmill for 3 hours or whatever the case may be. I do have a question. So when we were together, you was not a morning person, but now you up at the crack of dawn, like, "Hey, yeah, I just got done working out." What changed that getting up in the morning and being productive than getting up in the morning and just getting ready for work or getting the kids ready for school and running out the door? What changed the getting up earlier? Was it your schedule? Was it just at the time that y'all had that the gym was available for you? Or is it that was the time that worked for you to help you throughout your process?
Two things. The first thing is that we only have 24 hours in a day. In order for me to be able to utilize those whole 24 hours of a day, I need to wake up earlier. Because if I'm waking up at 8 or 9 and I have to go to work and do what I need to do for the kids, I'm not utilizing all those hours. But me waking up at 4:30 and being at the gym at 5, I'm able to get my workout in. I'm able to come back and get the kids ready for school. I'm able to go to work. I'm able to come home and do whatever I need to do for the kids. If I made it to where I had to do working out in the evenings, then I'm taking away from my kids' time. And my son is very needy, he's a little spoiled, and so he likes his time. So I made it to where I can work on me, and I'm not giving up on my kids, because my kids are in a lot of different activities and sports, and they still like to do their things in the evening. So I just needed to work for both of us. Another thing is, I talked to someone at work one time, and he's a motivational speaker, and he was saying that you need to do the stuff that you don't like to do at your best time of the day. I wouldn't have known that 5 o'clock was my best time of the day, because I thought that's when my eyes was closed and I liked it to sleep. But I'm really better in the morning versus in the evening after you done did everything and you're tired. I'm better energized and focused more in the morning.
You're not gonna throw my son under the bus. You created the spoiledness of him, so we're just gonna leave it at that. You and his granny created the spoiledness, so don't even try to like throw it like he just spoiled just to be spoiled. But that does make sense, because I get up early. I started getting up early throughout our relationship. I would get on calls. I would be on different stuff. But now I try to get up at least 2 or 3 hours before I have to get up and get ready for work. And I get a lot of stuff done. Like for this month, I'm trying to do 6 things before 6 o'clock, because I get those things done. Those are little things. Those are personal things. And then I don't have to, like you said, after work, you like, "Oh, I just got off work didn't drain me." Somebody might call you, "Hey, you want to go out to eat?" Your friends might stop by, your kids might have a game, whatever the case may be. So the morning time, you know who Eric Thomas is, he gets up at 3. And when I was listening to him heavy, he was like, "Yeah, you get up because everybody else sleep." And it makes sense. Everybody else sleep. Now, your kids might be asleep, your spouse might be asleep. If you get up, the world is really asleep. Because when you go to the gym, I've been to the gym with you, it's not too many people in there at 5 o'clock in the morning, because most people are still asleep, or they might come in a little later. I think what you said was very important. You got to find out what's best for you, because some people, might not get up in the morning. Some people might work better at night. You know, I can stay up all night working on something and still get up early. Now, I don't know how active I'm going to be, but I'm going to still get up early and try to get those things done.
No, my body starts shutting down around 8 o'clock. Like, I'm ready for bed by 8:30. So, because I wake up so early, like, I'm ready.
You sound granny-ish.
Yeah, I'm pretty granny-ish.
At 8 o'clock. So, what are 3 things that you had to stop doing, like, to become who you are? So, no, before I get to that, who did you become throughout this process?
That's kind of a loaded question because I'm still becoming her.
So,
I'm not.
So not to cut you off, but from the time that you started until now, who did you become?
I was somebody who was a people pleaser, somebody who...
No. Who did you become? Like,
who did
you become?
Oh, I became someone who knows how to say no, somebody who is... I mean, I'm somebody that knows how to say no. I'm somebody who has her confidence. Like, my confidence was horrible, and now I have confidence out this world. I make my yeses and my no's my no's. I'm somebody who knows how to put herself first, and it's not selfish, because that's what I always would think that was selfish, like worrying about you. But now I know that I'm okay. Then my kids, I have trained my kids to know that mom has to have an hour or 2 a day to work out or whatever she needs to do for her, because that makes my mom a better mom.
I like that. You're still discovering who you are, but you know who you become. So before the process, who were you? Like, who were you as a person? Not your job title, not a mom. Like, who were you as Tiana? Well, you was Tiana Jones, maybe still, but Teonna Branson. Who were you before you started your journey?
I was a people pleaser. I was scary. I was passive aggressive, I would say. I was kind of like on the fence to be like, I want to say no, but I don't want to make them mad, so I'm going to say yes. I didn't care about me. And you can look at somebody and see, and like, I didn't know that I was unhappy until now, but I was unhappy then. Like, I was truly unhappy. And you don't know that you're unhappy until you come back and you be like, well, dang. Like, for someone, and some people, I mean, and another thing about this whole fitness journey, if you a bigger lady or a bigger male and you like that and you're okay with that, that's cool. You know, I don't want to knock anybody. But I just was unhappy with how I looked. And it showed. I didn't care about my appearance. I didn't care about my clothes. I didn't care about any of those things. And now I care. I care about what I look like. I care about what I wear. I'm just a happier person all in general. Then my mental was all over the place because I wasn't focusing on me at all. I was focusing on all the wrong things. And not saying that my kids and my ex-husband wasn't important, but what I found out is that you cannot pour from an empty cup. And I was definitely pouring from an empty cup. And I was giving them the bare minimum because I didn't have anything to pour from.
Before I ask the question, yeah, she definitely was granny when it came to the dressing, and I do applaud her. I will give her a hand clap because she definitely, I don't know if she, stole my style or got some style from me, but she definitely dresses better. I'm just going to say, I always been a dress fresh person, but I definitely can tell the difference in who you are. Certain stuff that you wear, just how you put more picture, like, not saying like you put no crazy pictures, because some women, they lose. I don't understand that. You lose weight. Oh, let me show you my six pack. Oh, let me show you my new booty. Oh, let me show you the. It's like, okay, if you ain't changed who you are on the inside, I don't care about none of that, because you can still be evil. So if you lost all your weight and you still was the same old Tiana, I don't think we'd be sitting here right now, because we probably would have gotten an argument and it wouldn't have worked out. So I like that you worked on you and you worked on the inside. That's what I want people to get from this, is like, you have to work on you and not just the weight loss. Like, she could have lost the weight, but she still could have been unhappy. She could have been a people pleaser. She still could have been doing all those things. I don't know necessarily if it would have helped in the process of working out, but she might not have been that same person. So what patterns or habits that you do now that you didn't do? Like, what are some things that, little habits that helped you in the process to keep you consistent or keep you committed and disciplined?
Self-affirmations is one thing. Journaling, writing down my goals, writing in my planner. Staying organized is definitely something, because when you have your schedule, your kids' schedule, and everybody's schedule, and I want to make sure that I have time to work out, I started to make sure that I had it in the calendar. Self-affirmations was great, because you have to get your mindset to believe that it's already done, and it will change multitudes of things. Journaling is great. I have journals, many of them, and to read what it was 2 years ago to today, like, it's just totally a blessing. Believing and trusting in God was something else that I had to get more in the habit of.
So you definitely have some different habits that I, because I know you. We were together a total of like almost 8 years. So I definitely know you. Know your, know. I still know you, but I know from being in the household with you some of your habits, and I'm definitely proud of you. For not the weight loss, just becoming a better person and seeing that it's more than life than kind of what we see on an everyday basis of going to work and just living and just going through the motion of what we think life is like, until you actually get around people or you start doing stuff for yourself. So would you say, do you still have some of the same friends? Did you lose any friends? Do people act different towards you? Like, how was people, not your kids, not your kids or anything, not even me, like people outside, family members, did anybody try to, because people act different when they think you change, but you're supposed to change. Anyways, but did they think?
My family has always been supportive of it. They actually been excited, and I've actually helped them or motivated them to start learning to work out. In the summertime, I would go to Muncie. I'm from Muncie, so I would go to Muncie.
Where?
Muncie, Indiana.
Yes, because there's people that listen that's not from Indiana.
Oh, okay, thank you. Mm-hmm. But I'm from Muncie, Indiana, and I live in Indianapolis, Indiana. So I would go home every other weekend or something, and then we would do like a walking group. So I did start that in my family. They really, really enjoyed it. Even my aunt, and she's an older aunt, she's 60, and she would even try to go walk. She can do, shorter distances, but I mean, my whole family was super, super excited about it. My friends, on the other hand, it's been like a little rocky. Some, they always used to me being that fat friend, and, you was always cute, but you was just a little chubby. They was used to that. You didn't get as much attention that they got because they was just the smaller friend.
Well, you were married. You did have somebody, so you didn't need no attention anyways.
Well, I'm single now, so... oh, no, just playing. But anyway, I am single. But it's just different now that I'm smaller than some of my friends that were smaller than me. Now they're, sometimes they may say some small short jokes, or how people say jokes and they say it's a joke, but really you be like in your head thinking like, I don't know if that really was a joke. I don't know what you really intended that to be. So I really don't really talk to that many people that much anymore. Like my phone is really dry. I still love all my people. No foul, no harm. But I'm just in a different place. So I really don't call, talk, or maybe I reached out to one of my close friends the other day. Her name is Sheeta, and I asked her to go to gym with me, and she went and we worked out. So I don't know. Sometimes when you're on a different avenue, sometimes people don't really want to be bothered with that if they're not on it themselves.
That's very true. I think sometimes we as people, then you have your friends, your day ones, your family. Everybody has a different path, and sometimes those paths at that season that you're in don't necessarily meet up, or sometimes you got to isolate yourself. and separate yourself. I think COVID did that a lot, and for not just you, for a lot of people, it separated them. You couldn't go outside. All you could do is talk. All you could do is video chat. So people got used to being able to be by themselves, but it's, what are you doing by yourselves? Like, you don't want to be, she's single, she's alone, but she's not lonely. So there's a difference when you're single and you're lonely, or you're not even single, you could be lonely because you don't have that self-love. And I think that's one of the most important things that I've got from you today, is that you started to love yourself. And I definitely think both of us at that time frame, we didn't love ourselves like we thought we loved ourselves. I think in relationships, people they think the other person's gonna come and fix everything, or they're gonna make them happy, and then, you know, when they're not making you happy, oh, it's their fault. But it's like, nah, it's not necessarily that other person's fault. It's our fault, the individual, because we didn't love ourselves. So I think that definitely plays a role in wherever you're going. It could be a weight loss journey, a new job. It could be, you know, you could be a new parent, whatever it is. I think you got to love yourself, because if you don't, then you allow the world to attack you, and the world ain't really attacking you. You just don't got up the defense that you need to go out in the world.
I think that you need to be complete. Like, when you're thinking about a spouse or a relationship, or when you're opening up to the ideal of dating, you need to be complete, so when that other person comes, they can be complete, and then you guys can be complete together, versus that you're thinking that he can fix you or she can fix you, and then y'all coming together and y'all both are incomplete and y'all trying to fix these voids in each other. That's not going to work. So I feel like what should happen is come together complete. Because, you know, you see a lot of memes talking about, I want him to be my peace, or he needs, no, you need to be at peace with yourself, and she needs to be at peace with yourself, so that you guys can come together and bring peace to each other. It shouldn't be where one-sided. Everybody should be complete, and then coming together so that we can build and grow and have a foundation. It's going to not work if you're thinking about what the other person can do for you.
Definitely. I'm learning that going on. I'm single too, you know. This is my first time on video. So anyways, like, just even dating, like, people don't, you can just tell off conversation, like, you ain't even gonna work out for me. Like, I'm so busy, like, I got so much stuff going on. Like, if you feel like, oh, I'm not giving you enough time, we just start talking. Like, I can't give you all this time. I'm already in motion of what I'm doing. I got to schedule out everything, and like you said, you got to be complete, or you got to at least have some type of structure to what you got going on. Because if somebody comes and they can interrupt your structure, you ain't had no discipline. Like, of little Jimmy come in and he like, oh yeah, let's start dating, and then you stop working out. It's like, hold on, wait a minute, I can't stop doing what I've been doing because of you, to make you happy. And a lot of people, a lot of relationships, that does happen for people. They come in and they have glass half full, and they, oh yeah, do. Then when shit hits the fan, it's like, I don't even like you, I don't even want to be with you. And it's like, bro, what did I do?
Well, I think sometimes we're not knowing the person. We knowing their looks. We like what they look, or maybe what they can give us, but we really don't know the true them, or what they are in the inside. I feel like once you start to get to know someone and know their insides, what I did find out with dating
Not like that.
What I did find out with dating is that we have to have some of the same common things. Because I like working out, I need somebody who, they don't have to be as hard at the gym as me, but they at least need to want to go to the gym.
Okay, so what? Okay, you.
I don't want to go with somebody who just
listen.
I'm trying to go to the gym, and then you just sleeping in the bed.
No, okay, cool. But what if you got somebody that's skinny, they kind of like fit, and they don't? It's not like they don't necessarily need to go to the gym in the aspect of like lifting weights, but maybe with the cardio, do you? And they say, well, I only really need to go run once a week. Do you knock them for not working out because they might not really need to, in a sense? Or do you like, okay, let me just see how this goes? And maybe, like you said, you had your family going with you, had walks. I've went working out with you. My mom went working out with you. So obviously you have some type of spell or something that you get people to work out with you. But like, how, like, what if they didn't work out, but they're in shape?
That's cool too, and I can see where it goes. But what you don't understand is that working out is way more than losing weight.
Oh, it is.
You get happy endorphins. You start feeling good about yourself. Mm-hmm. You will start just feeling amazing. Like, I go to the gym in the morning and it just makes me have a way better attitude because the happy endorphins come from your brain cells to your bloodstreams, and you just feel like, oh my gosh, I can conquer the world. You can't tell me that I can't be the next Bill Gates after working out, because I can do anything after I work out. I feel like I can do anything.
But you might not want to be like the next Bill Gates, because like he just got divorced and he got to pay a whole lot of money. So I don't know if you want to be him per se.
Well, I was just saying.
I know. I get what you're saying. You know, I got to throw something in there. But that you already had a divorce once, so you don't want to be Bill.
No, anyway, the second one is a charm.
Yeah. Sure. What is Dorf? What did you say?
Endorphins.
Endorphins. What are endorphins for us people that don't know what that is? So I would like to know.
I can't give you the dictionary version.
Yeah, but okay, explain it in layman's term.
But it's cells that comes from your brain that goes into your bloodstreams, and it just makes you feel better.
Okay. Getting ready to wrap it up. Got a couple more questions. What resources or things would you tell people that, it's January, this gonna come out at the beginning of the month? What are some steps, some tips people could do? And I'm gonna give you, they don't got enough money for the gym, or they scared of the gym. How can they start?
YouTube is free. You usually can get it on all your smart TVs. YouTube, they have a lot of different home workouts that you can start with. Five Below have a lot of different workout pieces there that you can use. They have weights. They have a lot of different things that you can use from there. So you can get the things from Five Below, and then you can get YouTube, and that can be very helpful. I know it's a little cold right now, but say if you don't want to go to the gym, walking is a good place to start. And they also have like videos that you can just walk around your house. That doesn't really do good for me because I like scenery, but I think that could be helpful. Writing down your goals, and not just writing down your goals, but writing down your whys. Like, why? What would this do for me if I lost this weight? What am I going to get out of this? Sometimes we're so big on the goal, but we don't know why we're doing it or what will help us after the fact. So I think those things would be very helpful. Also, be around like-minded people, or find somebody that is losing weight or on a fitness journey, so maybe they can help you, hold you accountable. I think those things would be very helpful.
What about, so somebody like me, I'm skinny fat. I like to eat. Like, I ain't gaining no weight. How do I start eating healthy? What do I need to do? Now, I drink water, but for those that don't drink water like that, they just, it's some of us that are just skinny. We just eating. How can we change our meal plan, our meal prep? Like, starting off, because we definitely ain't about to just switch on over all the way healthy.
I would say find you a good water bottle that you like, and maybe you can start saying, well, I'm not at 8 bottles of water yet, but let me try to get 3 bottles of water in. Start small. Like, people think that you got to start these big goals, and no, I think you should start smart goals, so that you can attain them. So say, hey, I'm gonna do 3 bottled waters today. If you like to eat, make sure that your meals are proportioned. So have your protein, have your veggie, have a carb in there. But make sure that they're what you're supposed to have for your body weight. And you can find that out on YouTube or Google, or talk to your doctor. Those things can help with that.
I like it. I'm gonna have to talk to her after this, outside of this, to help me with my meal planning. But I am on I'm gonna be 36 with a 6-pack. So 36 with the 6-pack is coming to y'all May 7, 2022. But before we get out of here, who do you want to be at the end of 2022? Because I might have you come back on. It might not be a weight loss journey. We might, definitely talk about co-parenting. But who do you, Tiana, I ain't gonna put your whole name out there, Teonna Branson.
Because people are crazy. They might find me on YouTube. Facebook or something. I don't need that.
You single, right? She's single, fellas.
I am, but
just know, fellas. Just know, my son ain't going. But anyways, who do you want to become at the end of this year, 2022?
I want to become someone that inspires others to bring out the best them. I want to also become someone who is loving, someone who is pouring out, like you can just see God in me. Like I want people to be like, dang, yes, Tiana has like the most amazing heart. I want to be somebody that is 30 pounds lighter. I have this goal in my mind of what I want to reach. But I also have to watch my body to see, because sometimes you see people and they have this small head with this, or big head with this small body. I don't want that. So I just want to become the best version of myself. That's being a mother, a daughter, being a friend, being whatever. I want to be the best version of me for 2022.
So you said you want to be someone that's pouring into people, someone that has like your basically your energy. When people will come around you, you just want them to be like, ooh, yes. Okay, so we're gonna come back. If I don't come back to y'all, I'll probably do a wrap up show. I'm gonna write all the guests, but I'm gonna ask her again, and we'll figure out how we can let y'all know if she doesn't get back on the show. Because sometimes when you're co-parents, sometimes she get on my nerves, sometimes I get on her nerves. I might not want to talk to her that day that we supposed to record. Who knows? But I do thank you for coming on the show, discussing your weight loss journey, discussing becoming a better you, especially after the divorce. Because a lot of people, even myself, you go through different things when a breakup or when things happen, but you didn't allow that to stop you from becoming a better you. You actually had to self-assess. I don't think we said that word, but the biggest thing that you did was self-assess. And when you self-assess, you seen like, oh shit, I got some shit I need to do. Like I need to, you realize one of your whys was your kids. And you wanted to, Christian's only 7, so you want to be able to run around, jump. He want to do all these crazy things, have Nerf gun fight. You want to be able to do it without saying, oh, I can't do it, or oh, I'm tired. So I applaud you on your journey. I hope you lose those 30 pounds by whenever your goal is. And how can people reach you? How can people reach out to you for T's creation? And yeah, just how can people reach out to you?
I'm on Facebook as Teonna Branson, TeonnaBranson. I'm also on Instagram at T Marie Fitness Journey. So those are 2 different ways that you can reach out to me.
What about T's Creation?
Also, Facebook T's Creation is TE''S Creations. You can reach out to me there, and it'll show different of my work and different things that I have done with it.
And she can send it to anybody, anywhere, everywhere.
Yes, I've already sent out different things to New York and all over the world, so I'm able to ship, not just locally.
All right. What is your last thing that you want to say to someone that's listening that will help them on a weight loss journey or a self-love journey? What's your one thing?
My one thing would be you are enough. Start small. Start writing your affirmations and telling people who you are. So many times people tell us who we are, but no, you say, I am wonderfully and fearfully made. Start reading your Bible. Start hanging around other people that are like-minded, that's trying to help you get to your next thing. Start writing your journal. Those are things that I think would be very helpful. And also, don't forget going to therapy. Therapy is great. I know sometimes with us African American people, sometimes we feel like everything should happen and stay in the household. But no, we need to talk it out. We need to get it out. We need to break those generation curses.
Thank you. Thank you again for being on the show. Thank you for taking out time out your day. Thank you for allowing me to come into your environment and allow you to tell the world about your weight loss journey. I'm sure at some point this year, I'm going to say it, you're going to have your own podcast. I don't know if I'm going to be on there because I ain't no weight loss. Actually, before, I lost 15 pounds. Like during COVID, I don't know, somewhere in there, I had gained some weight. I had a little neck fat and I had the Gucci Man belly, when he was before, and.
Well, Gucci Man is sexy now.
I'm talking about the old Gucci Man.
Oh, okay. Yeah. I'm like, he's sexy. I don't know what belly you see, but okay.
I'm talking about Gucci Man, like that people know.
Like Rick Ross belly.
No, I'm not. I wasn't that fat. Like when I wore something, it was like the stomach would be out. But anywho, and you getting off. I lost 15 pounds in 2021.
Everybody, give him a round of applause for the 15 pounds.
Thank you. But you can reach us or me at Underdawg Talk Podcast at Gmail if you have a story or you're a successful underdog in any topic. It doesn't matter money status, it doesn't matter. That is something you've been through or overcame that you can tell somebody how they can get through it. You can reach out on Facebook and Instagram, Underdawg Talk. Underdawg Talk is spelled UNDERDAWG, not the regular with the regular spelling, but it's different. And you can see, you can comment, you can share, you can tell people about it. You can reach out to me if you know somebody or if you want to be on the show. If you got any feedback, let me know. Thank you again for listening. Thank you again, Tiana, for being on the show. Don't really got like an outro yet, but I'm going to just say peace, one love, and we're out of here.